Hello everyone, I am Deborah. Welcome back to my channel and to my kitchen, where I am finding and making keto-friendly recipes that will keep us focused, satisfied, and in keto. Thank you guys so much for joining me. So this evening after work, I'm thinking, okay, what is it going to be for dinner this evening? That is going to be quick, easy, and something that's going to keep me focused and satisfied. So I decided to do a tuna salad on a bed of lettuce. And then I thought, wouldn't it be nice if I had some crackers to go along with that? Well, guys, think no more. We are going to make it happen. I am going to make a keto-friendly cracker. So if you want to learn how to make a very easy, delicious, keto-friendly cracker, then stay with me and I'll show you how coming up next. So welcome back everyone. So there are lots of recipes out there that show you how to make a keto-friendly cracker. One that I saw that really interested me was the one that was done by Ketoserts. But the difference between that one and the one that I am going to make today is that that recipe called for cheddar cheese. I don't have any cheddar cheese, but I do have some mozzarella cheese. So that is what I'm going to be using in my recipe. So let's go ahead and get started. So first thing that I am going to do is I am going to sift some almond flour. And this recipe calls for 1 1/4 cup. Go ahead and sift this. Because we're making a dough, so I want to make sure that there are no lumps in this dough. And you will see just how super simple this recipe is. And I'm also going to put in just a pinch of salt. And lastly, I am also going to put in 1 1/4 cup of shredded mozzarella. Now off to the microwave for 60 seconds to give this cheese the opportunity to melt. I'll be right back. Okay, everyone. I'm going to give this a mix so that we can turn this into a dough. Okay, this is coming together well. Okay, that looks good, you guys. All right. So the next thing that I am going to do is I am going to get some parchment paper. Dough on this parchment paper right in the center, because we will be rolling this out. And then I'm going to take another sheet and lay it on top. I'm going to flatten it out. And that's what that is looking like, okay, before I even rolled it out. So I did a good job with flattening out with the palm of my hand. But we want it to be even flatter because, again, this is going to be a cracker, and I do not want it too thick. And, of course, the flatter that you get it, then the more crispy your cracker is going to be. And I want my crackers to be crispy. All right, so we're going to take our rolling pin. And we're going to continue to flatten this dough out. Okay, that's looking good. Yeah, that is looking really good, you guys. See that? All right, so now the next step is to take a pizza cutter and cut it into kind of like a grid, and it's going to end up being the size of the cracker that we want. So let me go ahead and get the pizza cutter, and I'll be right back. All right, everyone. While I was at it, I went ahead and got the toothpicks as well, because I'm going to need that. So let's go ahead and see if we can go ahead and get this cut into a nice little grid. And that's another reason why you want to be as even as possible with this dough, so that you can get as many same size crackers out of this piece of dough as possible. Okay. Okay, everyone. All right, these have been cut into the size crackers that I want to make. And I had some extra pieces that didn't cut exactly into the square that I wanted, so I just put those aside, and I will put those together and I'll roll those out separately. But, okay, let me go ahead and, as you already know, crackers have the little hole in the center. So we're going to do exactly the same thing, and we're going to accomplish that with a toothpick. And if you are not normally a patient person, you will find some when you're doing this. Because this is a lot of little squares. All right, everyone. Okay, the holes have been made in the center of each of these individual crackers. And I'm impressed, I have to say. Just to give you a look at one of them. Take a look at that. Yeah, okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to place these on a parchment-lined baking sheet. And I'm not sure if it makes a difference as to whether or not you really need to separate these. I'm really not sure about that, but I'm going to separate them because they started to separate anyway when I started to put the little holes in the center. So. And of course, give the heat some room to circulate around these crackers, is what my thought is. And if I didn't mention before, the oven is preheated to 350 degrees. Okay, everyone, these has been spread out on this baking sheet, and it is time for them to go into the oven for between 10 and 13 minutes. I will see you guys soon. Okay, everyone, these are hot out of the oven. So I'm gonna let them sit so that they can cool down, and I will come right back, give them a taste, and let you guys know just how much I love them. I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, it is time to eat. So these crackers are out of the oven, and they have sat to cool down and to crisp up. Look at those. So good. And one thing that I did do is I did sneak a taste just for the purposes of determining whether or not I wanted to add a little bit of sea salt to them. And that's exactly what I did. So I sprinkled some sea salt on them. And, oh, guys, the perfect, I must say, the perfect cracker. That is so good. Mm. Absolutely delicious. This is gonna go so well with my salad. So I have some greens here, and I put a little bit of this 21 season salute that I got from Trader Joe's. I have some tuna salad here. I'm gonna put a scoop of this on this bed of lettuce, just like that, along with some of these crackers, and this is the perfect dinner. And one thing that I will tell you about these crackers is because I did use a softer cheese, which being the mozzarella cheese is a softer cheese, I noticed that it's not as crisp as what you would normally get with a cracker, but that also could be because I'm only allowed these to sit for maybe 20 minutes or so. So as time goes by, they may actually crisp up some more, but then again, they may not, and that could be due to the softness of the cheese as compared to a harder cheese such as a cheddar. But outside of that, the flavor is spot on perfect. So you guys, if you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up, please do share, and please do press that subscribe button below if you've not yet done so. Would love to have you along for my keto journey. And remember, you guys, to remain safe, healthy, and encouraged. And until we meet again, keep growing, keep thriving, keep pushing those boundaries, and I'll see you all real soon on my next I've Got Something to Say Too. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I'll see you soon.